Jeff, my back has been killing me lately. I'm not sure how much further into these Vermont woods I can hike.
Just a bit further, Ray, because I'm bringing you to Brunswick Springs in northeastern Vermont. For many centuries, people have believed these springs have healing properties.
Well, then why don't more people know about this?
They used to, but that was before the Abenaki Indian curse on the land went into effect. And now, it's haunted. Hey there, I'm Jeff Belanger.
And I'm Ray Auger. Welcome to episode 27 of the New England Legends podcast, where each week we explore strange history and unique legends from somewhere in the Northeast. Okay, Jeff, why have you brought me to this haunted stream that heals?
Because it's a great story, with native peoples, wars, fires, death, curses, you name it.
All right, now I'm listening.
For centuries, the Abenaki Indians traveled to this network of streams in modern-day Brunswick because they believed these waters had the power to heal. They called this place Medicine Waters of the Great Spirit.
And did it actually work?
The legend hunter in me says there must be something to its reputation. I mean, if you think about it, people in any region need to live around water.
Of course.
If this place garnered a reputation for healing, it would have happened over many generations. First, someone was sick, tried the water, and said, "Hey, this place made me better."
Hey, this place made me feel better.
Just like that. Then others tried it.
Hey, this place made me feel better.
Hey, this place made me feel better.
This place made me feel better.
Hey, this place made me feel better.
This place made me feel better, too.
This place made me feel better.
I get that. This place earns a reputation for healing over time. So you're saying that there must be something different about this water than, say, streams a few miles away?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Locations become sacred because some phenomena happens and it keeps happening.
Or at least it's perceived as happening. If I pull my back yesterday, try the water today, and feel better tomorrow, it's not necessarily the water. I mean, my back may have just been better tomorrow either way.
That's very true. We'll learn a little bit later in this story that there actually are some unique properties to these brooks that make it different from other streams.
All right, so tell me about the curses, fires, and death.
Okay. So the story starts in 1784 when some Abenaki brought a wounded British soldier to the springs. The story goes that the soldier had a wounded arm that was miraculously healed by these waters. So after the war, the soldier returned to the springs to bottle and sell this stuff. Soon, word of the miracle medicine water spread outside of the Native American circles and into British and English settler circles.
And if there's miracles, there's money to be made.
It's the American way.
So this British soldier decides these springs could be marketed and sold for miracle cures, and he tries to set up shop.
But the Abenaki object to this crass act to capitalize on what the Great Spirit gave for free.
A minor battle ensues,
And 2 Abenaki are now dead.
An Abenaki shaman, the mother of one of the young men slain, steps forward to issue a warning. Any use of the waters of the Great Spirit for profit will never prosper. But the warning doesn't stop people from trying.
By the early 1800s, colonization of New England was happening with great speed. Farms, villages, and towns are popping up all over. Then lodging houses are built by the natural springs so travelers can have easy access to the healing waters. The legend is still growing.
Well, what's so special about this water?
Let's walk a tiny bit further up the hill. Okay, tell me what you see.
I see an old broken up cement slab with 6 pipes draining into the stream.
Each of those pipes is spewing forth a different mineral water. During the early 1800s, as locals began to capitalize on these springs, they analyzed the water and made a discovery. Each stream was rich with different minerals.
Wait, so each pipe is fed from a different spring?
So this is the crazy part. Each pipe is from a different nearby stream, but the water source of the 6 streams is the same. Yet somehow, each stream offers a vastly different mineral composition. In 1984, Ripley's Believe It or Not would call these springs the 8th wonder of the world.
Yeah, it's not like these guys were prone to hyperbole. So what's coming out of each pipe?
From left to right, we have iron, calcium, magnesium, sulfur, bromide, and arsenic.
Wait a minute, arsenic? Isn't that poison? Don't people get murdered by arsenic?
Yeah, one can be poisoned with arsenic, but soaking in it is believed to help arthritis, digestive problems, and some skin conditions.
By the mid-1800s, the United States was going mineral springs crazy. All over the country, people were flocking to soak in mineral springs and to buy mineral spring water because they believed this water helped restore their good health. Resorts around these springs also popped up in great numbers. These places and mineral water like this was marketed as medicine. Call it health tourism. But do you really think there's healing properties to this water, Jeff?
When I was in high school, my mother's closest friend was battling cancer. She was in stage 4, and being a devout Roman Catholic, she asked my mom to take her to Lourdes, France.
Ah, Lourdes, France. The Catholic boy in me knows this one. It's in the foothills of the Pyrenees Mountains. It was a site of Virgin Mary sightings back in 1858. So people have been going there for more than a century and a half seeking miracles.
So my mom's friend Pat was no different. My mother took her to France. Pat wanted a miracle. Frankly, she really needed one. They dipped her frail body in the icy waters of Lourdes, and Pat let out a yelp because the water was so cold that it shocked her.
Well, did it work? Did Pat get her miracle?
No, she passed away a few weeks later. But damn it, she got to see France and have one more adventure, and that has to count for something. And here's the thing about Lourdes or any miracle spring. Everyone who goes there knows it doesn't work for most people. But every once in a while, someone does win the miracle lottery, right?
I guess that's true. So what about the rise and fall of the Brunswick Springs?
During the late 1800s, the railroad had interconnected New England to the furthest reaches of Vermont. So as the legend of these medicinal springs grows, people came flocking. A man named Dr. D.C. Rowell opened a hotel here called the Brunswick Springs Hotel. The hotel was an instant success. People traveled here to medicate and recuperate. Soon, the doctor opened a bottling plant to sell the mineral water to his guests.
And that's when the Great Spirit and the Abenaki curse hits town. Any use of the waters of the Great Spirit for profit will never prosper.
In 1894, Dr. Rowell's hotel burned to the ground.
But Dr. Rowell didn't give up. He rebuilt the hotel and named it the Pinecrest Lodge. That hotel hung in there until the doctor's death in 1910.
After that, a local man named John C. Hutchins from North Stratford, New Hampshire, just across the state line, sees a potential gold mine here.
Is that a mineral pun, Jeff?
I didn't mean it to be. I was being metaphoric.
I'm sorry, go on.
So Hutchins buys Pinecrest Lodge and starts cashing in on the mineral springs business until September 19th, 1929, when the hotel burned to the ground again.
But Hutchins doesn't give up either. He rebuilds. Crews work all through the winter to get the new 4.5-story, 100-room hotel open for the summer.
But on May 15th, 1930, 1 month before the hotel was set to open, a night watchman sees smoke pouring out of one of the storage rooms. He runs to call for help, but the phone lines have already burned, cutting him off from the town. The fire burns all night and into the next day, reducing the brand new hotel to ashes.
3 fires now. I'm hoping Hutchins got the message that someone or something doesn't want a hotel here.
Nope, he didn't listen. He rebuilt yet again. The newly rebuilt hotel was ready to open by the spring of 1931.
And then?
And then it burned to the ground again on April 23rd, 1931.
So this place has burned down 3 times in 3 years, 4 times total. Tell me Hutchins started believing in curses after that.
I'm not sure if he believed in curses, but he did give up on the springs. No other hotel was ever built here, and now we can see the foundation remains of those buildings all around us, just rotting away as nature slowly reclaims what was always hers.
Even if the last version of the hotel survived, he wouldn't have made it very long anyway. There were forces at work even bigger than the Abenaki curse.
What do you mean?
Well, in 1938, the relatively new Food and Drug Administration helped enact the U.S. Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act. What this did was 2 things. First, it meant that all medicines had to pass a pre-market safety inspection by the FDA. But it also meant that you can't market anything as medicine that isn't an approved pharmaceutical.
That must have killed an entire industry.
Yeah, it did. All of the mineral spring resorts anywhere in the United States could no longer tout the medicinal qualities of their water. And when selling bottles, the word medicine couldn't be anywhere on the packaging or in the marketing.
And back then, who would buy a bottle of water if it didn't do anything?
Turns out they were about 80 years off. Because these days, the bottled water market is a $100 billion global industry.
You ready for another statistic?
Hit me.
The vitamin, mineral, and supplement market is now a $106 billion global industry.
I'll put them together and, wow, I mean, you're north of $200 billion.
Yep, we still have the minerals, still have the water, but have taken away the days of rest and retreat aspect of it.
Well, something has definitely been lost in the translation.
Today, these stone and cement ruins and old broken pipes are a reminder of what was once here, built on an Indian legend and haunted by the two Abenaki men who died defending this place from exploitation.
What kinds of ghostly experiences have people had around here?
Well, some believe that the apparitions of these Abenaki are still around to enforce the curse, to make sure that no one tries to come here with greedy intentions ever again.
You mean like exploiting the story for the sake of an episode of a podcast on New England legends?
Did you know that we often post photos and graphics related to each of these stories on our website at ournewenglandlegends.com?
You know, I did know that, Jeff.
I knew you knew, but not sure they knew.
You can listen to our entire archive on our website as well. Plus, check out the New England Legends television series on PBS and Amazon Prime. Also, do us a favor and subscribe to our podcast so you never miss an episode. You can subscribe for free right through your smartphone on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Until next time, remember, the bizarre is closer than you think.